right, let's get practicing in QuickBooks Online. Grab the link below in the description so that you can follow along. All right, here we are in the QBO gym, and the QBO gym is a place where we have numerous exercises that simulate real-life scenarios that you may encounter as a bookkeeper. Every single month, we come out with new exercises for you to practice your skills and complete them, and we break it down for you into 4 different sections. So today, we are going to be working in the October Strength Training section, where we really focus on sales tax. At the top here is a little animated video that talks a little bit about what's going on in Craig's world that month. He is our fictitious business owner. Further down is an interactive quiz to test your knowledge as it relates to the video above. And then further down are all of the exercises within this section. So today we're going to practice setting up products and services. You will need to be in the same session of the sample company that you were in for the previous exercise. If you have not done that exercise yet, go ahead and click on the link on the top right corner of your screen. That will take you to that exercise, complete that one, and then come back to this one. So our scenario, Craig's accountant has told him that since he is selling some goods in addition to his design and landscaping services, he will have to charge sales tax on these items. Sales tax is charged based on 3 things. 1, the tax exempt status of the customer. 2, the location of the sale or the location of the customer, which the collecting agency determines which of these or both is used. And then 3, the type of product or service being sold. In most jurisdictions, products sold are taxed, but services are not. Specific products may have special tax rates. Luckily, you don't have to know all of this because QBO does it all for you, or it can do it all for you. So let's take a look at Craig's products and service list to see if it's set up correctly. As a quick note here, in this and all of the following exercises in this section, we will be working with general sales tax principles, and they are for educational purposes only. Your client's sales tax, even if they are in California like Craig is in the sample company, will be different. So just remember, this is for illustration purposes only. The rates that you see here are not necessarily what it actually is. Be sure to work with your accountant, your client's accountant, to make sure everything is set up properly. All right, so our first step here is that we want to click on the gear icon and then select products and services. So here I am in this sample company. This is the last page that I left off of from the previous exercise. That's why it's here. We're going to go ahead and click on the gear icon up here on the top right corner, and then you're going to, under list, select products and services. And you will see all the products and services in Craig's account. So we want to start by just looking at the inventory products. They should all be taxable. So we're going to, in the filter icon, click on that, and then under type, select inventory, then click apply. So let's go click on that filter right here. In the type, we are going to click on the arrow and select inventory, and then select the green apply button. The inventory products are all marked taxable. Craig does not have any non-inventory products, so we're going to check on all of the service products next. They should all be non-taxable. And the way you can tell that it's taxable is there is a column right here that says taxable, and there is a check mark next to each of those. So we know that those inventories items are taxable, which is good. That's what we want it to be. So now we need to go back to that filter icon and we need to, under type, select service. That's the one that we want to see next. So let's go do that. Click on the filter again. Instead of inventory, we're going to click on service and then click on the green apply button so that we can see all of the services here. The first thing that we notice is that Craig has several products that are marked as services. These are marked as taxable, which is fine. QBO is going to tax based off of the taxable setting, not the type. So it's not automatically seeing like, oh, it's a product, so it's automatically taxed, or oh, it's a service, it's not taxed. It's not going to base it off of that. It's going to base it off of the taxable setting that is set within that product service, and you'll see what that looks like in a minute. But they really shouldn't be services, the ones that are showing as products. So let's clean that up and take a look at the tax settings while we do. In the far right of the concrete row, we're going to click on the blue edit link. So we are going to find concrete, which happens to be the second one for me. I'm going to click on the blue edit. And before I do, you can see how some of these are selected as taxable and they're not services. Concrete is not a service. So go ahead and click on the blue edit button or link right there, and you will see the information for it appear. The first thing that we need to do is we need to change the type. So we're going to click change type and then select non-inventory. So click on change type right here at the top, and then we're going to select non-inventory. And now it has changed from service to non-inventory, which is great. We'll note that under the sales tax, it says taxable standard rate will apply sales tax based on location only. This means that there is no special tax rate for this product. That's why it says standard rate there. But we want to go ahead and click on the edit sales tax. So let's click on that. Here is that wording that we were just talking about, taxable standard rate, and we'll apply the sales tax based on the location only. Click on the blue edit sales tax, and you will see this appear for you. Now here you can use the wizard to find the right sales tax category and rate for this product. Luckily, you'll only have to use this if Craig's accountant asks you to look for it. Another thing that's helpful is that if you enter a product that sounds to QBO, like it might fall into that special tax category, you'll get a prompt telling you that and then they will be suggesting a category. Finally, on this screen, you can indicate that a product or service is not taxable at all. So this is where it's giving you all kinds of options of what it might be. Down here, you see taxable versus non-taxable, which, if you need to change it to leave it as non-taxable, you can hit that button, or if it's taxable, it has that button. So we're not going to click on anything here. It's just so that you can see like what it would look like if you needed to make adjustments in real life. So click on the blue back link to get back to that information page. And now we're simply just going to save and close because all we really needed to do was just change the type from service to non-inventory. So go ahead and click on the green save and close button. And you will see that it's now saved as non-inventory. You're not going to see it here anymore because remember, we have this filtered as service rather than having it showing everything. So finally, let's change the remaining services that should be products to the correct type. We're going to click on the checkboxes next to lighting, rocks, soil, and sod. So let's do that. Said lighting, rocks, sod, and soil. I believe those were all the ones that we said. Lighting, rocks, soil, sod. Yep, which also happens to be the only 4 that are still showing as taxable. So that's an easy way to find it. So now that we have selected all of them, we're going to click on batch actions and make them non-inventory. So let's go ahead and do that. Over here on the right side, click on batch actions, that little arrow next to it, and then you can select make non-inventory. So now that has changed it from service to non-inventory, just like we did individually for the concrete. This is a nice way to do it if you have a whole bunch of things that need to be changed and do it in batch. And if you look, you will see that it is still not here because we have adjusted it from that service to non-inventory. There you go. That's how you would set up products and services as it relates to sales tax. And if you have any questions or want to know more about the QBO Gym, just go ahead and click on the link below in the description. Be sure to leave this session of the sample company open as you will need it for the next exercise in the strength training section. where we practice invoicing with sales tax. And I will see you in the next video.